Sugar City Morning Show.
Man.
Muy buenos días y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show para hoy viernes 23 de junio y son exactamente las 7:04. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show for today the 23rd of June, and it's a Friday. Hallelujah. It's exactly 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. As always, we begin our program with a prayer. Before anything else, we have to give thanks to the Lee man up there. Not Lee, he's bigger than all of us put together. So, and I do it in Spanish for the benefit of all the people who speak Spanish, que son de habla hispana aquí en el norte de Belice y para todo el país también. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Hoy amanecí, hoy vimos la luz de un nuevo día. El milagro sucedió que logré abrir mis ojos, levantarme, caminar, oler, comer. Gracias, Padre, por todo esto. Tú nos das la vida, la salud, las fuerzas y nosotros podemos cambiar para nuestro bienestar. Te doy las gracias por todo lo que haces por mis familiares, mis amistades, compañeros de trabajo, para todas las personas que se unen a esta oración hoy por la mañana. Bendícenos, Padre. Cuídanos. Danos sabiduría. Que tengamos paciencia, aprendamos a tener paciencia y a no juzgar a los demás, porque no sabemos qué son las condiciones que ellos están pasando por el momento. No somos quien juzgar en el primer lugar. Te pedimos, Padre, que seamos mejores personas, menos arrogantes, menos soberbios, que seamos más humildes, más comprensivos y más sensibles a las necesidades de otras personas. Que aprendamos a vivir y a pensar no solo en nosotros mismos, pero en otras personas. Padre, como siempre, pidiendo para aquellas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles, aquellas personas enfermas, aquellas personas solas, aquellos ancianos, niños que andan por las calles, aquellas personas que recién han perdido un ser querido, aquellas personas que andan por las calles sin saber qué hacer. Cuídalos, Padre, sánalos, protégelos, bendícelos. Padre, por todos nosotros, que tengamos un bonito día, un día exitoso y que le metamos ganas a lo que estamos haciendo. Te bendecimos, te adoramos, te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning. If you just joined us, it is exactly 7:08 on this beautiful Friday morning. You know, this morning I woke up shortly after 5 and I peeped out through the window and I saw that, hello, it was not raining, but the sun was shining brightly. And it seems to be that today is going to be a beautiful day. But let's check in with the weatherman. The general weather forecast today, Friday, June 23rd. Relatively moist and unstable conditions prevail our area. So we're not out of the woods yet. The 24-hour forecast. Sunny with a few cloudy spells today, especially this morning. And cloudy at times tonight. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will continue mostly over northern and central areas this morning, and then mainly over the south tonight. The winds blowing from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state moderate. There are no advisories in place. The temperatures along the coast, a maximum of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, a minimum of 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. And inland, a max of 92 degrees and a low of 76 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills, a max of 81 and a low of 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That's quite pleasant. And if you're wondering what the weekend is going to be like, or especially what tomorrow is going to be like, for Saturday and for Saturday night, it's for some cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly over the south at first, spreading to affect most areas by late morning and then decreasing in the afternoon. So, tomorrow, by late morning, like maybe at around midday, we will have, supposedly, we'll have some showers and isolated thunderstorms over most areas. The tides. There's a high tide this morning at 12 minutes before 9. There's a low tide at 3:57 this afternoon, 3 minutes before 4. There's another high tide tonight at 10:28. And then another low tide tomorrow morning at 13 minutes after 3 in the morning. The sun sets today, ladies and gentlemen, at 6:30. And the sun rises tomorrow at 20 minutes after 5. I think it was a couple days ago when the sun was rising at 19 minutes after 5. Now we are seeing that it is rising 1 minute later. It's 20 minutes, and this will go on progressively. The moon sets today at 14 minutes after 6. And the moon rises tomorrow morning at 6 minutes before 6. We want to thank forecaster Angelia Guy for this information, which was posted this morning on the National Meteorological Service webpage. And I'd like to quickly tell you that there are no disturbances at the moment in the Caribbean, nor in the Atlantic. At this moment, if I can quickly, yes, I did quickly check the National Hurricane Center. Only Cindy, which is a depression really at this point, is over Arkansas, and bringing a lot of rain to the southern part of the USA. But apart from that, there is nothing. Of course, there are little patches of clouds, but at the moment there is no, it says zero formation of development. So we are very thankful for that. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Son las 7:12. A esta hora les damos el reporte del estado del tiempo. Condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables continúan sobre nuestro país de Belice, y para las siguientes 24 horas soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad hoy, especialmente por la mañana. La nubosidad nublado por momentos hoy por la tarde. Algunos chubascos o tormentas aisladas van a continuar sobre la porción norte y central del país hoy por la mañana, y luego sobre el sur por la noche. Los vientos del este-sudeste de 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar moderado. No hay ninguna advertencia en lugar a este momento. Las temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 88, una mínima de 81. En el interior del país, una máxima de 92 grados, una mínima de 76 grados. Y por las colinas, una máxima de 81 y una mínima de 67 grados. Bastante agradable. Se espera que para mañana sábado y sábado por la noche tengamos unos periodos de nubosidad con algunos chubascos o tormentas aisladas sobre el sur del país primero. Luego se va a estar esparciendo sobre la gran parte del país de Belice, ya luego como para mediodía, y ya por la tarde se va a ir disminuyendo. Así que mañana a mediodía es muy probable que tengamos chubascos sobre la gran parte del país de Belice, pero se va a disminuir por la tarde. Las mareas, una marea alta a las 8:48 hoy por la mañana, una marea baja hoy a las 4 menos 3 minutos por la tarde, Otra marea alta a las 10:28 hoy por la noche, otra marea baja a las 3 de la madrugada mañana con 13 minutos. Compañeros, el sol se oculta a las 6:30. El sol sale mañana a las 5:20. La luna igual forma se oculta a las 6:14 y sale a las 6 menos 6 minutos mañana temprano. Le damos las gracias a Forecast Angelia Guy por esta información y obviamente también a nuestros patrocinadores de siempre, a A&Rs. Estamos hablando de Rapidito Loans, Aqualife Water, Carl Houston Memorial Hospital, Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service, la Immaculada Credit Union, el Honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor German Vega, el señor Eduardo Vega del Benque, todos contribuyen con sus anuncios a esta estación de televisión. Compañeros, muy buenos días. Son las 7:15. A este momento vamos a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes discutiendo varios asuntos. Tan pronto estos anuncios no se vayan. Estaremos de vuelta.
SJ Promotions alongside Bird's Isle Restaurant and Digicel present Back in the Days Grown Folks Party. Saturday, July 1st, inside Bird's Isle Restaurant. Let's boogie down to some great music. Be there to win Travelers gift packages, courtesy Travelers. So take it back in time with great music you love to party to. That will be provided by Stone Jam Sound, Father Stone, and DJ Bones. With songs like this. And this. And this.
You come to dance, dance. Don't walk around in here, you come to dance.
Remember today, Saturday, July 1st. It's Back in the Days Grown Folks Party at Bird's Isle Restaurant. Let's have a good time. Sponsored by VIP Wireless, Travelers Liquors, Stones Music Outlet, Digicel, and Bird's Isle Restaurant.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's my pleasure to say good morning and welcome my good friend, Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Checky.
Good morning.
And welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning. Today is Friday. And the end of the working week for us, the beginning of the weekend. Well, tomorrow is going to be a busy day for me because I have a workshop at the Banquitas House of Culture. Actually, I was supposed to be in Belize this morning for another workshop for the media. But unfortunately, both of us are invited. We need to be here above anything else. So we decided on staying. But we can always catch up on that, on those seminars. Can always catch up on it. Yeah. But tomorrow we'll be having, and I take some time out to mention this, because I'm pretty well involved with it and taken up with it, that tomorrow there's going to be a seminar for us here in Orange Walk at the Banquitas House of Culture. We're trying to get together a group of people that can help with photographs and information and stories about Orange Walk and the history of Orange Walk. So before we end up losing all that information, and we might as well sit down and begin to document everything. So I think it's a step in the right direction. We will see how tomorrow goes, and we will keep you informed. By the way, if anybody has any pictures of Orange Walk Town, old pictures, in other words, Orange Walk in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even earlier, if you'd like, or pictures of any event in Orange Walk Town or in the villages, please contact me. Please. My number is 635-7436. Just tell me. Maybe we can borrow it or take a picture of it or whatever, because it's very important for us to get all of this information. We're going to publish a book. When I say we, collectively, the Institute of Cultural and Social Research is going to be publishing a book, and we want it to look good because we're proud of Orange Walk.
Yep, that's good to know. So, people, if you have your little compilations and you have your little pictures, it's good for you to share it, no?
Yes. I was speaking to Mr. Giovanni Penela, who is going to be the facilitator tomorrow. And I went over to him in Belmopan one afternoon because I had a special favor to ask of him, to do some research. And quite a friendly, affable person, very informed, very knowledgeable. He's one of the researchers there. So he was doing the compilation for A Walk Through El Cayo. And then I said, well, what about Orange Walk? He said, well, we're going to begin working on it very shortly, but we need to get the people together, all the older people, all the people who are interested to come in, and then we begin to compile information. So this is about information, passing on information, so it can begin to be documented on the photographs and so forth, and then the selective process goes in, where the editing and blah blah blah. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, but I'm very proud to say that we'll begin to work on this thing very shortly.
Yeah, sound good, sound interesting. You know, this week started out with a lot of rain, Emmanuel. A lot of rain. I think it started from last week, Saturday. And but today the sun is shining. And I was mentioning some weeks ago, usually when the weather stands like this, when it rain, a lot of heat come down. We always got power outage now and then, no? I don't know if that caused it, but yesterday we had a power outage yesterday, and it says Orange Walk was affected by a power interruption at 10:18 a.m. BL conducting repairs to burned distribution pole responsible for the power interruption affecting San Narciso Street, San Andres Street, Danbriga Street, Yoke Street, Benque Viejo Street, Oleander Street, Orchid Street, Orchid Drive, San Lorenzo Road, Hummingbird Street, Woodpecker Street, Cardinal Street, Lyle Street, Bautista Avenue, also Bautista Lane, Main Street, Riverside Street, Trail Farm.
It's almost all Orange Walk.
Yep. San Lorenzo, Lascott Subdivision, and Indian Hill, and they promised that power was supposed to be restored at approximately 12:30 yesterday, but it came in around 11:30.
Okay.
Right,
All right. So this was released after the incident.
Right. This was released after the incident of what
Okay.
occurred, no?
All right. So and it was burnt pole. What is it?
Some burnt pole.
So in other words, this was not a planned
No,
maintenance work. It's something that they had to quickly go in.
They had to
do
conduct
some-
repairs to a burnt distribution pole. That pole is responsible for the power in these areas that was affected.
Okay, all right.
so-
But we were wondering what in the world was happening, because I know BL should be responsible and should, put out these
Releases.
if they have any programmed maintenance work to do. But, it happens that in this case, we got it afterwards because there was some sort of occurrence that was not planned. In other words, something gone on there, something burned up. So they had to quickly go in and do the repairs.
But at least they identified.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we'd like to congratulate all the top 25 of the PSC, especially the ones here from Orange Walk, because they received their little award yesterday. So I want to congratulate.
Did they really?
Yep. Yesterday, the Ministry of Education.
They got a $1,000 scholarship, isn't that right?
Yep. So we'd like to congratulate them, and they spoke and said how optimistic they are to go forward into high school.
Out of those 25 that came in, that were top 25, we understand that San Francisco School had one of the best performances.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what we understand. Yeah, and like Macolada School did well as well. They brought in a lot, and I believe that they placed third in the country.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that's what I heard from the principal last night. But they were awarded yesterday, and they're optimistic and ready to go to school, to high school, no? And with that scholarship that come in the right time, Emmanuel, so we are glad to know that Orange Walk is part of that, which is something good, because education take us as far as we want to go, as long as we have the perception. If you got it strong and do it, then you keep your minds open and you keep going. So once again, congratulations to all the recipients yesterday, and to the other ones in the different parts of the country. We certainly like to wish you all success, and parents must be happy as well, because when these things happen, it's not only on the student, but the parents and the guardians put in a lot for them to reach where they're at. No? So
Actually, I have the list of the performers.
The 25?
Here. Yes.
Okay. So
Mr. Kurt Smith, out of a total of 400, he garnered 387. He comes from Belize, Bernice York. Then you had Corozal from Mary Hill, and then you had Orange Walk in the 10th position from San Francisco with Edgar Chan. And I then see Orange Walk again in the 15th position, Monica Yates, Guinea Grass Pentecostal. So we have 2 in the top 15, and then let's see, the Immaculate Conception RC is not from Orange Walk, it's from Kyle. And then we have Lynel Morales from San Esteban Roman Catholic. And then on the 25th position, we have La Immaculada RC for the first time, and with Jared Chi.
Yeah.
Being in the top 25 is significant.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So we'd like to offer congratulations to all of those people again, because we have already offered
Yep.
it. But in the event that they have now been, especially since now they have been awarded a scholarship by the Ministry of Education. Now I'm wondering what this $1,000 scholarship is. Is that supposed to?
I believe that goes towards
That's
tuition.
just that goes towards tuition.
Yeah,
That's just a grant. You know,
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can
yeah,
give
it's
it.
a grant.
It's not really a scholarship.
Yeah, it's
is
a
it?
grant. It's a grant to go towards your tuition, and there is a $300 that they will be receiving going towards the books. You know, first I think it used to be the top 3 or the top 5, but now it's 25. So it has been expanded up to
Orange Walk,
25.
and 2, 3, 4 people in, let me see, 15.
I'm glad that some kids from the villages came in as
Yes.
well.
So you have 4 people from Orange Walk in the top 25.
Yeah.
And obviously, all of us would like to see more. We'd like to see La Immaculada and the big schools coming up with more, I know this includes a lot of more work, but I guess that's what Bernice York puts into it. And the Punta Gorda Methodist, again, Hummingbird Hirsch Elementary, again, who have been, over the years, quite outstanding with its performances. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just like when you have the PSCs, Emmanuel. I mean the spelling
These
bee.
are the PSCs.
When you have the spelling bee,
Uh-huh.
a young man from the south say that he began, I believe it was last year, he come in 2nd or 3rd. And he said this year he going for first, and he get the first. Determination, you know.
Yes. So quite pleased with that. But nonetheless, we like to motivate you and do more, and to do more, and to do more. Try the maximum.
Yep. And high school is coming. High school will be opening, so all those graduates from Standard 6 that will be going to high school, all we can do is to wish you the best and to advise you to do the right thing.
Thank you.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest things that I heard last night on the news, and I'd like to share that with you and expound a bit on it, was that the Prime Minister, Dean Barrow, has said, no, we will not be raising the GST to 15%. You can recall the news that the IMF, in one of its recommendations, said that the government of Belize needs to raise more revenue, and that one of the better ways to do would be to increase the general sales tax from 12.5 to 15. Now, the Prime Minister has said we are not going to do that. Let's bear in mind, however, and just put it in perspective, that in countries like Mexico, it is not 12.5, it is 16%. 16%, right? And in other countries, it's already the same problem they have. In other countries, it's 12.5. In some countries, it's 15, and so forth. And those that have it at 12.5 face a lot of difficulty in raising it to 15 because of the political repercussions of it.
Right. So
It will be automatic suicide for anybody to do that.
yeah, so Emmanuel, when people compare prices, because remember one time when we were discussing about going across the border, somebody said something was one part when it cost right, that's not Chetamale cost less. But then Chetamale is charging 16%, as you say. But what makes a difference in the prices from Belize and Chetamale is the value of our dollar. Because the pesos is low. So when you go there, it no cost cheaper for you, but the people that are living in Mexico, then they feel it to that 16%, but we don't feel it because it's the value of our dollar. Right?
I'd like to just quickly, right. I just want to quickly tell you verbatim what the Right Honorable Dean Barrow had to say. Now, this is good news for us. He says, verbatim, unquote, "You know, I made a point to the IMF in the wrap-up meeting we had that when we first re-engaged with the bondholders trying to restructure again the super bond, initially had sought to insist that the precondition to our discussions ought to be Belize's entry into an IMF program. We absolutely rejected that, and we proceeded on the basis that Belize is quite capable of writing its own prescriptions and going its own way. It could do its own analysis and take its own medicine. The fact that we are not in any IMF program means that while as a matter of courtesy and respect, we look at what the IMF has had to say, there is absolutely no obligation on our part to follow any of it, and certainly with respect to the recommendations as to raising the GST and as doing away with exemptions and the recommendations having to do with personal and public officers, we absolutely reject those, as we have made clear repeatedly. We've been able to go our own way successfully. There are some current hurdles. There was an economic downturn last year. There was the liabilities that we had to deal with, and these have in fact ratcheted up debt so that our debt to GDP ratio is not where we would want it to be. But we have taken our measures as witness the last budget presentation. The economy is already on the rebound, and I'm absolutely certain that we can in fact find a way out of these temporary difficulties relatively easy.
Now, seeing all that,
A lot of beautiful talk, a lot of very optimistic and positive words.
But going there, can you explain to us what's the role of the IMF? So when the Prime Minister make this statement
we can recall that when the government of Belize restructured the debt, the super bond, it was one of the conditions was that we are supposed to listen to what the IMF has to say. Initially, it was that IMF wanted Belize to go into an IMF program. In other words, say, tell you what, we will handle, unquote, your business. You will have to do what I tell you you have to do. But then BM said, no.
We're not going there.
We're not going there. We own boss. We will do it our way. We appreciate the suggestions that you gave us. We will take into account the suggestions that you gave us. But me and you, no sleeping at the same
So
bed.
they're almost like on receivership then, whatever they suggest.
I wouldn't want to use the word receivership, but it's an austerity program. Okay? But the Prime Minister has rotundly said, we will handle our own medicine. No. He says that the economy is already on the rebound. Maybe he knows something I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he has the figures in front of him, you know?
Yeah. But the IMF.
But I don't see it yet.
Yeah. I understand what you say, but what is the IMF? What they do?
Well,
So
the
people could know.
International Monetary Fund is an agency that helps regulate, helps economies come out of their slumps with they send in teams of advisors and so forth, and then they say, tell you what, hey, you're spending too much on this, you're spending too much on this, cut back on unemployment, on some unemployment, get rid of all of these expenses and put in austerity measures here. But this is particularly true of countries that are going through difficulties. So IMF comes in and tells them, you know, you need to do this, do the other. But there are some cases when, you know, after they promise help, they promise help. We can help you with this, but you have to do this.
Okay.
The help does not come automatic. The help does not come
And you not come without a price.
without a price. So, and they promise you, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, but you have to do this. We have kept away from that arrangement. So, yes, the restructuring recalls that we have to listen to the IMF, but that doesn't mean that we have to follow with what the IMF is suggesting.
Okay.
Okay?
So on that note, Emmanuel, like how this 15% has been mentioned, first time I hear about it, but can you explain a little bit in Spanish what happened so that when the people hear about this 15%, they know that it's not coming?
Pues si ni siquiera lo han escuchado, pues no va a suceder, así que ni les debe de importar, ¿ya me entiendes? Pero estoy de acuerdo, es que habían, bueno, vamos a ponerlo en perspectiva. No sé si habían escuchado acerca de una recomendación de parte del Fondo Internacional, Fondo Monetario, como lo quieras poner, pero una agencia internacional que ayuda a países cuando están pasando por tiempos difíciles. Luego de la reestructuración del Superbond, una de las condiciones era de que el país de Belice debía de escuchar las recomendaciones del IMF. Sin embargo, escuchar es uno, poner en práctica, tener que poner en práctica es completamente otro, ¿ok? Esas condiciones se limitaron a simplemente escuchar. No se le puso una condición a Belice que tiene que poner en práctica o tiene que adherir a todos los requisitos y las recomendaciones del IMF. Una de las recomendaciones del IMF recientemente fue de que el gobierno de Belice debe de subir el sales tax, el IVA, de 12.5 a 15%. Muchos países ya lo tienen a 15%, pero Belice dijo rotundamente, el primer ministro dijo rotundamente, no vamos a hacer eso. Así que sin tener que elaborar más, porque no va a suceder, siquiera bajo del liderazgo de este gobierno, de este partido, no va a suceder por el momento. Así que, pues, vamos a poder, tenemos la confianza de poder decir de que el IVA va a permanecer a 12.5, no obstante, lo que quizás diga ciertas otras personas que tratan de intimidar y ponerte miedo, decir que van a subir el GST. No, eso no va a suceder, según el primer ministro.
Okay. Muchas gracias, mi amigo.
Por nada.
Because I know that are the Bong Strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Bong Strong. So on that note, folks, it's now exactly 17 minutes away from 8 o'clock. It's a lovely, beautiful Friday morning, and today is the 23rd day of June 2017. On that note, we're going to take a commercial break, or a second break of the morning, and we will be right back.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
This house got Wi-Fi or what? Buy you to worry about Wi-Fi, we come for party. You only live once. You've got to live in the moment and make the most of each time, because once it's gone forever. That's why I love my Digicel 4G LTE mobile data. Hey, you know the Wi-Fi password? I am always connected. I can share my memories with everyone. They always know what's happening. You know who hosts this? You got a Wi-Fi? Not have to be like Bali here and they try thief Wi-Fi. With Digicel 4G LTE, you can share whatever you want, whenever you want. You never have to wait for Wi-Fi.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
What? Finally I get Wi-Fi.
Greetings, esteemed members, owners of La Immaculata Credit Union Limited. It gives us great pleasure to announce that LICU will be holding its consolidated 67th and 68th Annual General Meeting on Saturday, July 22nd, 2017 at the Muffles High School Auditorium located on San Andres Street in Orange Walk Town. We cordially invite all members owners of LICU to join us as we share our financials, developments, and endeavors, including the declaration of dividends for both the fiscal years 2015-2016 and 2016-2017. As always, your presence and active participation at this very important first ever consolidated session is of essence, for your valuable input and awareness are necessary as we continue moving forward to safeguard your interests and hard-earned investments for the sustainable growth of our credit union. We strongly encourage you to be on time to have the opportunity to win exciting punctuality and attendance prizes. Kindly bring along your passbooks. Snacks and refreshments will be served at the end of the business sessions. Once again, copies of the minutes of our 66th AGM are being made available at both our Orange Walk and Belmopan offices in order to allow you the time to review before the meeting. We thank you for your kind patience in allowing us the time to finalize our processes for this highly anticipated meeting. Looking forward to seeing you there. La Immaculata Credit Union Limited, your road to financial prosperity.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
If anyone present should know of any just cause why these persons should not be joined in holy matrimony, let him now declare it.
Nobody nothing know, say me and you a touch. Nobody nothing know, say you a give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you come over me yard. Baby, you know me love you bad. Nobody nothing know, say me and you a touch. Nobody nothing know, say you a give it up.
Are you positive you are negative? Get tested. Know your status. Free testing is available at Ministry of Health clinics and BFLA centers nationwide.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Center City Morning Show.
Welcome back. I'm trying to get something here, for something very important. Somebody send me 10 picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't find them, boy. I don't know where they get to. We got now with the picture, I don't know. And we got 10 pictures here for you, boy. I try to find them, but somehow I can't find them, boy, Papa. 10 pictures.
Well, I don't know which pictures you're talking about, but we will continue on our...
One of them got that one boy was super flyer one that shaky. But
we will continue. We will continue with our discussion that we were talking about. Compañeros, tratamos de entrar en discusiones acerca de ciertos temas por la mañana, y estos temas han variado drásticamente. Hemos hablado esta semana acerca de la contaminación del río, hemos hablado acerca de la situación, bueno, hace ratitos hablamos acerca de la situación con la posibilidad de incrementar el IVA de 12.5 a 15, que el primer ministro ha dicho no va a suceder, y es importante que hagamos un punto fuerte de esto, porque muchas personas van a utilizar esto y tratar de meter miedo a la gente, y que conste que estamos diciendo desde muy principio, eso el primer ministro ha dicho completamente no va a suceder. ¿Okay? Hemos pasado mucho tiempo hablando acerca de la situación en la escuela, en Mount Hope, si no me equivoco, con la acusación de una niña al principio, acusación de contra el principal, y ha dicho de que ella ha sido una víctima de sus avances del señor Valencia. Y ¿qué ha sucedido? Es de que otra niña ha venido al frente y ha dicho de que ella también ha sido víctima. Y la pregunta es, a este punto es, una persona más que venga al frente a acusar al principal, pues ya luego entonces te pones a pensar de que este individuo ya no es tanto cuento fabricado, pues así se supone, ¿no? Ya entonces ya las acusaciones son verdaderas. Eso es lo que pasa por la mente. Sin embargo, entrevistaron a una maestra ayer en la compañera de trabajo del principal, la señora Vázquez, donde ella dice en su entrevista que ella no cree absolutamente nada de las acusaciones viniendo de las niñas, que ella ha trabajado con él por mucho tiempo, y que esos son simplemente fabricaciones. Yo lo escucho y no sé qué decir, porque es cierto que la maestra haya tenido la experiencia o el beneficio de la experiencia por los últimos 25 años, o no sé cuánto tiempo, no 25 años, por muchos años trabajando con este señor. Pero quizás ella no ha llegado a conocer a este individuo de esta forma. Es una posible explicación. No estoy diciendo de que el señor es guilty, es culpable, perdón, y que las acusaciones son verdaderas, pero las indicaciones son ya luego que dos niñas le apuntan el dedo y le dicen él me besó a los labios, entonces tiene que ser de que hay un elemento de verdad.
Yep, and that makes us wonder as well and put somebody to wonder because I heard one release said that he has been given a charge sheet and he's supposed to return to court sometime in some months to come. But then I also understand that he still remains on the job. Usually for that kind of situation, then put you up a hold and say, okay, wait till this case finish.
Ahora, yo sé que personas juegan juegos y pueden jugar ese tipo de juego que causa problemas severos. Con esto te quiero decir simplemente que es posible y hasta aún probable de que todo esto sea una fabricación. Posible, no lo sé, pero vamos a considerar las posibilidades de que eso fuera así. ¿Qué tipo de altercación, qué tipo de argumento, qué tipo de problema pudiera haber entre estos dos individuos, o las mamás y las niñas, en contra del principal? ¿Ok? Para justificar fabricar un cuento así. ¿Ok? Esa es la pregunta. Si es que no podemos encontrar nada, entonces te preguntas, pero ¿qué razón tuvieran las niñas y sus mamás? O principalmente las niñas, salir adelante y decir, él me tocó, él me besó. ¿Qué razón tuvieran las niñas de mentir? Otra opción. ¿Ok? Y yo simplemente digo que la señora Matilde Vázquez, siendo maestra, dice, pues yo lo he conocido al principal por muchos años y nunca lo conozco de ese tipo de persona.
She's a teacher as well?
She is a teacher, sí. Pero ahí cuidadosamente les digo que quizás al principal, muy astuto, pues no le hace los avances sexuales a ella, simplemente lo hace a las niñas que pudieran presentarse como personas que él pudiera tomar ventaja de. Yo simplemente estoy cuidando mis palabras aquí porque no quiero que se diga que yo estoy acusando al señor Valencia. Simplemente estoy tratando de poner una base para discusión. Si me preguntas mi opinión es de que es muy probable que las niñas están diciendo la verdad.
La verdad, yeah.
Muy probable.
Well, make we hope that was sad thing if they tell the truth, but make we hope that the truth that they tell. Right?
El punto es, sin embargo, es cuántos casos más similares a esto no están sucediendo actualmente por todo el país de Belice. ¿Cuántas niñas han callado? ¿Cuántas niñas han sufrido y siguen sufriendo el acoso? ¿Cuántas personas saben de ello pero no dicen absolutamente nada? Por miedo, por X razones. Uno, que la maestra o el señor o el maestro que sea los castigue, los saque de la escuela, los vean como mentirosos porque el maestro lo va a negar, y que ya no existe la posibilidad de regresar a la escuela porque él es mentiroso, ella es mentirosa, acusó al principal de que la besó y que y encontraron el 1000 cuentos de que no es cierto, y es muy probable que sí sea cierto, Entonces, la niña queda traumada, sufrió el avance sexual y sobre todo, la gente la ve como mentirosa. Eso es el problema, sin embargo, compañeros. Y yo le pido a las autoridades que investiguen esta situación.
Because like you may say yesterday as well, Manuel, que estaba diciendo ayer that, you know, you have some of their principals or teachers, they're very close with some students. So you figure everything all right. But like you were mentioning, check by your picnic, why this person's so friendly with my daughter. And the legal guy in the office with that confidence that, you know, this is my friend. So I could talk to him, I feel open to talk to this person. Check their school bag, check their gifts so that they bring home if they have this, if they have that. Oh, my teacher me regalo $2, he gave me one extra grade, you know. He gave me one ruler, he gave me one pencil. Check by your picnic and find out what happened. But some people take it, you know, Emmanuel, like some people are so nice and innocent. They say, oh, se está bien porque es buen amigo de mi hija o mi hijo y lo trata bien, es un buen señor.
Es que la vida está llena de sorpresas. Y eso es como Celia Cruz, sorpresas tiene la vida. Y de que quien menos espera algo,
and then, you see,
es lo que sucede.
Something like this could have lead further. Suppose that's why sometimes we have a lot of unsolved mystery that believes, you know, especially when it comes to disappearance of kids or kids are killed. Suppose in a one case, not only this case, but this person, if he may involve with this child in any way, and he know that he could have been criminally charged. When he had this picnic just disappear, and the principal, they right there, so they help them look for this picnic. Probably they have something. I don't know about this person. So in a general case, maybe they have something to do with it because this person was don't tell you know what, boy, they say mi mama que está pasando. Well, look, this legal guy at school, he come home from school and they can't find out. Right? So there things lead to a lot because nobody know want to get in a trouble when they don't want anything come in a light when they're in a kind of situation because it's a very serious thing. And I believe it's not only the ministry that's supposed to look into this, but the law enforcement supposed to jump into this as well and do a good investigation because of the crime.
Well, the last we heard of it is, it says in terms of Valencia's court case, it has been adjourned until the 21st of August. However, Valencia remains the principal of the school, and we will still keep following this case. So, he has not been removed from his position. The child obviously needs to go back to school. I don't know if it is, if she has graduated. So I gather that she will not want to go back to school after being in the limelight.
Yeah, we're not shouldn't take
pointing finger. You know, people are going to be pointing fingers at her and say this and saying the other because obviously people will have two views about the whole
thing.
Got
people are tied to the principal.
Exactly. And they so mentirosa, solo dijo esto, or whatever.
But this man is back on the job. What happens if you go to court and they find her guilty? This man is on the job right now. You don't take anything there for granted, man. But maybe he's not guilty as well. But then you don't take it for granted. You make sure to put things in a place the way it's supposed to be.
True.
Right?
True.
But that's the way it is right now, Emmanuel. And that's the way it is. You know, I heard the Prime Minister commented on the Castro brothers yesterday. But you know what hit my mind as well, Emmanuel? Two other persons were involved in that incident.
Talk to me.
With this thing, with this contraband, alleged contraband thing, they called the name of two other person, Espadas and somebody else. But now the spotlight, not upon the next two person, none at all. You know, they hear nothing else about them.
Unfortunate, but true. It's just the way the things are. That only begins to tell you the power of the media. Sometimes justifiably so, or sometimes not so justifiably. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know if it's perhaps because of the demand of the people to learn more about this, and so the media responds to that. You know what I mean?
So
for the sake of being on the top of the news and giving you the best report that there is in terms of that, and obviously generating more bucks for their what you call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Well-
But at the end of the day, you know, we, the viewing audience, need to be able to put things in perspective. If I had 2 sons and they were involved in contraband, that doesn't mean that their actions reveal on my character.
Yeah.
That's the way I believe it. They are big men. They are supposed to know what they're doing. And if they commit a fault, yes, a lot of people will say, oh, no, su papá no le enseñó bien, su mamá no le enseñó bien. I can tell you that that's not generally the case. You know?
Yeah. But
You can have perfectly good parents. Y siempre sales chueco como sabrá Dios qué.
yeah. And you're so right to say, Manuel Kazimo say, you know what, this is a 4-person, but I left them 2 on the side because if we concentrate, but then we're not getting one lot of.
It is political convenience.
Yeah. But you heard what the Prime Minister said, right?
What
That
did he say?
He said that them boy never involved with nothing when it comes to governmental assets. So you don't have nothing to do with the government.
Nothing to do with
Yeah.
the government.
And he said, them boy they grown up and they have to stand for themselves. And he not say what that have to do with Mr. Castro, that a family thing between them, and he not get involved in it. Right?
You see, but you wonder why is it that certain stations continue with this story over and over and over and over? What do they seek
Today
to...
is Friday, Emmanuel. That started from Monday, you know.
I know that. But again, like what some individuals said, if this is supposed to be casting aspersions on the character of Mr. Edmund Castro, at the end of the day, the people from Belize rural north or central
North.
are going to determine his fate. And I can almost guarantee you that the people from the Belize Rural North Division love Mr. Castro, and he will be put back in his office come next general elections. So, you wonder. His name has been, Mr. Castro's name has been on the news for many years now, especially after the accusations from this individual, you know, going to the court where he was being accused of receiving money from Miss Burgess, or whoever it is, and he in turn went to court, lost the case, and Taradis and Taradat, Mr. Castro is still a very prominently popular person in his constituency.
That's right. And the people in the Belize Rural North?
The people from the Belize Rural North cannot be bothered with that, because at the end of the day is how he treats them.
Right. And then the people in the Belize Rural North, when that thing with Fidel Picnic, they don't know. Well, I bring you up good, I try my best, so you're in trouble. You're there by your own.
Right. Going back to that case, Name Picnic, yes. They did wrong, yes. But there was no what you call it, from government. It was their own vehicle. They were caught with contraband, what you call it, but they paid for the what you call. Now, how many people can claim that they actually owned up to their mistake? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I'm not defending them. I'm very simply saying that ya estoy harto de escuchar las mismas cosas de Castro Brothers, y que Castro Brothers, y que Castro Brothers, que Jafari este, que Wasani el otro. Por el amor de Dios, hay cosas más importantes.
yeah, because this thing with what the PM report about this GST is not going up from 12.5 to 15, then a very important thing for them continue.
And that's why I began my discussion with that, because I think that it is super important for us.
Yeah.
To disclose this information. Put your fears at rest. It will not happen that that they were going to increase the GST from 12.5 to 15. But some people listen to the news and say, ajá, ¿ves? Van a subir el GST de 12.5, de 12.5 a 15%.
And it's not so.
Maldito gobierno.
But then,
y no es así.
But then, like, the people that were responsible for bring out the reports, they're not clamor upon it a lot, but they're ready to bring up old stories. But how much time have you heard on the news, Emmanuel, about the acquittal of this person when we find one stamp that house?
Mm.
How much time you hear
that?
How much time you hear that when the news come in? And the man come out, they find the stamp that house, and they say they check with the place where that made the stamp, and it was picked up by some immigration person from immigration that was working to Orange Walk, and the man gone I don't know if he gone a court, but they never find nothing to charge him on it. How much time you hear that on the news?
True.
And that is something important, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then we don't hear anything.
No, we don't hear it. We don't hear it. Yeah. Unfortunately.
And there's a lot more. You see, like this thing with Dorian. Dorian was in a incident with an accident, and they hit the Prime Minister with it yesterday. That is why they back the work. PM say, well, the man gone to court. He come out free of his charges. He presented to me and he free of charges, and he tell her, well, you just have to make sure that you take care of your job good, and not have no kind of scandal they come out, because watches will be on you.
Exactly.
But he was on interdiction. He was took off the job. And then when the court prove you guilty or not guilty, that's the ultimatum, you know.
Yes.
Nobody else can say you're guilty or not guilty in the laws of Belize. When that happened, that's it.
Very true.
You know, so, but then, like I said, some things you don't hear about it. Also, Emmanuel, we like to remind everybody of the grand tournament coming up this weekend, no? It's a tournament, a one-day tournament of the Allison Harry Aleng. You know, I don't know if Lenga did watch the game or Lenga threw the first ball or what happened, no? But it's been put together by the Sugar City Hoops. You know, it happens this Sunday, June 25, at the Trail Farm Basketball Court. Registration of teams start at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 in the morning, and the games begin at 10 a.m. And it's open. It says no age limit nor categories. Male teams only. Team registration is only $40, and 8 players maximum per team. And first place is $300 plus a team trophy, and second place is $200 and team trophy. So come out and have some fun. For more information, you can reach Mr. Rosado at 622-2830. That's Mr. Raul Rosado, 622-2830. Basketball is Sunday, pa.
Yes, exactly so.
Something good to breathe with.
Basketball this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, Raul is always on top of the game. So.
Yeah. I have to commend him for that, man. You know, always bring up them good sports and work with them team all over. You know, that thing take up a lot of time, you know. You have to be there. But it look like we ain't got good weather today. Because the sun is shine and people outside just and the sun is shine. What are the temperature for today, pa? Projected?
Well, about 92 degrees
well, we're
Fahrenheit.
good. We're good for today.
Currently, just if you want to bear with me, the current situation is, just let me quickly get this information to you. I know a number of people. Currently it's 82 degrees.
Right now.
It's forecasted to go all the way to 88, 90 degrees by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or so, 91, 92 degrees. And then we're going to be having pretty good weather today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, it might rain a little bit, but no big deal, just to cool it down, you know what I mean? And then once we go into July, you see, out of note here, and thanks for asking that question, because you brought back something, you made me remember that I did not mention something. if you were to look at the hurricanes, at the Weather Underground website, and look at a page that says global sea surface temperatures, you will notice that coming out of Africa, the surface, the ocean is not as hot as it normally is in other months. This is not, June is not the time for this part of the, what is called the Cape Verde Islands to become exceedingly hot. So therefore, it has to be born out of the bottom of the stick-out portion, where then here the storms are going to form, and normally when it comes, they come out very low. Then they face a lot of wind shear, especially because they are close to the equator, and face winds coming in all directions. However, it's a different story when this portion at the top here begins to get very warm, and that ushers in what is called the Cape Verde season, where a lot of the storms are born in that area. And that's the time when we have to watch out. So the sea surface temperature is very important, very, very important. So, but at the moment, they're not conducive to hurricane formation. Okay. Not so. Yes, the temperature is quite hot in front of us, but if anything forms, it will not have time to generate into a category 4 or 5, 3, 4 or 5 hurricane, as you know, as it will be close to the land. So there's some comforting news.
That sounds very good and great. So when you report, you do a report and you talk about the open seas conditions in the open seas. That across the reef or just the open area in it?
When do I mention the open seas?
You never report about open seas? Well, maybe not for you, but I hear some reports sometimes. I said the conditions in the open seas.
No, they normally give the report relative to the landmass,
okay,
not about the open seas.
Okay, because they have some of the reporters.
Well, sometimes they give you conditions in the open seas. They're going to be rough. They're going to be this. Normally, when there's a warning or there's an alert. But in this case, there are no alerts and no warnings.
So we're good right now.
We're good right now.
But that doesn't mean enough to stay tuned to your medias, right?
Oh no. That doesn't mean that at all.
Pa, it's now 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Before morning, I send you a text so I say good morning.
I'd like to say happy birthday to all those persons who are celebrating their birthday today. No tengo idea de quiénes son estas personas, pero por lo general, Facebook me manda una lista de personas de que están celebrando sus cumpleaños. Y hoy, desafortunadamente, no recibo ningún anuncio de ninguna persona que esté celebrando sus cumpleaños. Y estoy seguro de que habrán. Así que, si estás celebrando tus cumpleaños, te deseo todo lo mejor. Si estás celebrando aniversarios, también te deseo lo máximo para ahora, el día de hoy. Y quiero darle la bienvenida a una amiga que luego de 37 años de estar fuera, está por primera vez de vuelta aquí en Orange Walk. Quiero enviarle un saludo atento y un abrazo muy fuerte a Celia Fabro, que está aquí de vuelta. No la he visto, pero de lo que entiendo, platiqué con ella, que aquí está en Orange Walk. Bienvenida. Ojalá y pases de maravilla aquí en Orange Walk.
Okay. I don't want to wish Mr. Richard Mark a happy birthday. Richard will be celebrating his birthday on Sunday. That's a drummer for Youth Connection Band. So, Mr. Mark, we want to wish you a most happy birthday. And your friend birthday too. Right there next week. Jubai.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Okay.
Jubai has celebrated his birthday.
Well, we'll wait for that.
So, you know the jerk food and so a lot of bitters and so why don't.
And patties, Jamaican patties.
Yeah, Jamaican patties.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. So, Raul is trying to reach here to be part of the discussion about this basketball thing for Sunday. Don't really know if he will make it by 9, but he sent a message that he's trying to make some time to come and explain to our audience what it's going to be all about. You know?
Okay.
So we're going to take one little break, and then we'll return right back. But before we do, morning, my grandson completes 6 years today. Happy birthday to him. This one comes from Mr. Pelayo.
Okay. Happy birthday, young man. He says grandson, so
Yeah,
happy birthday.
Yeah, so happy birthday. And thanks, Mr. P, for always being in tune, man. You know, and sending all those great messages all the time and help us through our show every day. So we take a break and we shall return.
We'll be right back.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores y un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega & Sons. Búsquelo en su tienda favorita.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Man, this 4G LTE really got me confused. Can you figure out how to buy my data? Yeah, I know, right? I might need to work as fast as I may expect it.
Man, listen, guys. It's nothing complicated about Digicel 4G LTE. In fact, Digicel just made it easier to buy data. All you need to do is send a text message to 400. And in the body of the text, type the amount of data you'd like to buy. That's all. And you, focus your phone. You'd never get 4G LTE from this 2G bucket. You also need to have an APN. Why go down to a BTL office and get yourself a Digicel 4G LTE capable device. And until then, you will feel the rush.
Now who is Balea by?
Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hello friends, the only place you'll get value for your money is at Rapidito Loans. At Rapidito Loans, you can shop for jewelry by carat, stoner style. A genuine jewelry from us makes the perfect gift for that special someone or a treat for you. Come and check our widest assortments of quality and affordable gold jewelry. And for all those last-minute urgent needs and unexpected bills, you don't have to worry no more. Rapidito Loans is the only quick and reliable solution for all those emergency needs. We provide more and better loans for your gold jewelry. So remember friends, great discount on all gold jewelry. So come in and visit us at Orange Walk Town, number 4 Belize Corozal Road. Rapidito Loans, your #1 money lending and jewelry center.
SJ Promotions alongside Bird's Isle Restaurant and Digicel present Back in the Days Grown Folks Party. Saturday, July 1st, inside Bird's Isle Restaurant. Let's boogie down to some great music. Be there to win Travelers gift packages, courtesy Travelers. So take it back in time with great music you love to party to. That will be provided by Stone Jam Sound, Father Stone, and DJ Bones. With songs like this, and this, and this.
You come to dance, dance. Don't walk around in here, you come to dance.
Remember today, Saturday, July 1st. It's Back in the Days Grown Folks Party at Bird's Isle Restaurant. Let's have a good time. Sponsored by VIP Wireless, Travelers Liquors, Stones Music Outlet, Digicel, and Bird's Isle Restaurant.
Buster. They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 29 minutes after 8 o'clock. Buenos días, compañeros. Les extiendo Un gran saludo, un saludo atento y cordial hoy por la mañana, cuando son las 8 de la mañana con 30 minutos. Hemos estado, a este punto estamos esperando la llegada de un invitado que vamos a, ojalá y tengamos el gusto de tenerlo aquí entre muy poco, al señor Raúl Rosado, hablando acerca de básquetbol. Porque de lo que entendemos va a haber una competencia este domingo. ¿Y qué sabemos de eso, Chequi? ¿Qué podemos decir?
Yeah, we're just on the line right now. He's trying to get some of his things together and try to get someone else to come with him. So we have 30 minutes more, but this says right now, happy birthday going out to Emir Gideon Jr. Comes to you from your mom and dad, brothers and sisters, all the way there in August, Spine Ridge. We're celebrating second birthday, the 23rd. When is the 23rd, Pat? Today or tomorrow?
Today is the 23rd.
Okay, so you celebrate the birthday today, so we want to wish him all the best, and to everybody else who they celebrate their birthday, well, you know, all we could do is to wish them the best and make them make one good time out of their day today, right? Because they're not all the time you celebrate birthday, so.
In the meantime, podemos quizás, porque tenemos que darnos cuenta de qué tema hablamos, porque hay algunos temas que nos van a ocupar todo el resto del tiempo y luego entonces nos llega el invitado de honor y tenemos que cortar la discusión ahí mero justo cuando se pone caliente las cosas. Así que tenemos que darnos cuenta de aquí, pero uno de los temas de gran discusión, porque tanto figuró fuertemente en las noticias como en Facebook y en otros medios sociales, es la decisión del alcalde de Belice de no permitir, por el momento siquiera, la extensión para aquellas aquellos negocios que están en el área de BTL Park, a poder vender licor y tener fiestas hasta las 3, 4 de la mañana, porque ya la vecindad, la gente que vive en el área, piensa de que ya es mucho.
Too much noise.
Ya hay mucho ruido, no pueden dormir, se sienten como si tan de repente algunas de las personas que siguen tomando en el área y festejando en el área puedan causar problemas a la gente viviendo en esa área a través de quizás manejando su vehículo, todos borrachos, pueden causar accidentes, ese tipo de cosas. Así que ahora la vecindad le ha dicho al alcalde, necesitamos que se haga algo sobre esto.
Yeah, they had a public meeting, and that's what came out of the meeting. People are saying that when they have their functions in that area, including the BTL Park, you know, because the BTL Park is in that area. They have the Our Bar area where they have them big time concert, and concert go till 4, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. And then they have the casinos in that area as well. Well, the casino don't really make noise because they're indoors, no? But the residents of that area, that's what they're asking for, to cool down the noise. And I believe the mayor of Belize City has put down that ultimatum as well, that no more extensions will be given to folks that are having those outside areas. If they are not soundproof, no more extension will be given.
So all the while they had been giving extensions and not taking into account the clause that said that the
clock and then they go home. You know, because like Mayor Bradley rightly mentioned, is that people say sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning they got vehicle parked front of we house. And I know when people kind of leave drinks, that they make them leave nice and so on.
Darrell says that the general view was that people in the area who live in the area very dissatisfied with the level of oversight and control in relation to the noise. They voiced very strong opinions in relation to the granting of extensions. because, I want extension till 4 o'clock in the morning because the crowd last week made this, so I'm thinking that's going to be there. So, y el ruido continúa, el tráfico continúa, y luego los vecinos dicen, ya no puedo dormir, ya no puedo dormir, ya tampoco, no es por tanto, por el ruido, sí, pero también porque no me siento a gusto, no me siento salvo en mi propia casa, porque tan de repente pienso de que alguien me pudiera hacer daño aquí en mi propia casa. Así que se sienten amenazados.
Yeah, but you see what happened, Emmanuel? Sometime as a leader in a community, you have to take some bold decisions.
Thank you very much.
And I commend the man for that, because the city will be losing a bit of revenue when it comes to that, about collecting the extensions and so, but he listened to the people and said, this is where I'm going to go. Because the people that live there, they don't have no choice. But the people who they make the functions there, they have options, because if you're soundproof your place, then you can have your functions. But you know that the Pickwick Club, they have an outside area where they have a pool, right, at the Pickwick. And then right around the pool now, they have some DJs who play there. One of my friends, he play there, I think from Sunday. And you know the Pickwick is open, right? So imagine all that music they play right through.
And that area now is very, very popular. I mean, that's like the entertainment center for the
It's over busy.
Over busy.
I believe one
and
time,
two establishments are opening their doors very shortly.
Yeah.
It was featured in the news, no?
Yeah, 2 establishments.
So
I believe they had to put the area as one way on Fridays as well, Emmanuel, because of the congestion of traffic. So just imagine how many pedestrians and vehicles are traversing that area.
Well, they need to find parking in the first place.
And there's not parking.
And they don't have any parking. So
what
do you do? 2, 3 y hasta las 4 de la mañana. Y los vecinos dicen, ya no puedo dormir. Hay mucho ruido en esta área. Gracias a Dios que no tenemos algo similar aquí en Orange Walk. Or do we have that?
Well, we don't really have no, I think most of the areas are enclosed. I think they have the butchers, they have only upstairs place, but I don't think they make too much noise around there. And well, High Five is enclosed as well. I don't really know.
Because you pass around here and you barely listen to any music, hard music, in other words. But the stipulation to the law is that the place must be soundproof.
Soundproof, yes. Yeah.
And you can't stop the people from using the street, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. Because not because you live there, you own the street side.
Exactly. So if you have people living or passing around there, and regardless of the hour, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
They have all the right to use the street.
Well, you know,
the only place you can do, is try to hit then the establishments. But if the that keep open are selling liquor, but if the establishments who do that are complying with the law, but then what do you do?
Do you believe that the mayor made a too fast decision on that? Because the meeting was held on Wednesday, and Thursday he sent out that memorandum into the council, and the persons that are responsible to issue out extensions and say no more. Immediately.
Exactly so. So the question is, where will concerts go now? And we do know that the Belize City Center is not finished.
No, that is not finished, and the city center is not for that as well.
It's not for that. So where will the concert go now? So there must be some place that is has a capacity that is
some
enclosed,
big ballroom,
where they can have.
Well, they have places that the city will have ballroom that are closing, because we have the Princess. They have the Queen's room and the King's room upstairs. Then they have Radisson at the Villa Wing. Then they have the Biltmore.
They have Biltmore also, maybe those places. But a lot of people say they prefer the open air environment.
Prefer the open air environment because they free up themselves, and But then that not all the time you get what you desire and what you want, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it has happened, and the man put down. He not the mayor of Belize City, so he has the authority to do
He
that.
has the authority to put on your foot and say, tell what this not happen no more.
I just hope it not cause no kind of really scuffle between he and the other council members, no?
I don't think so. But at the end of the day, even if it does, I think that he will stand out as the one who listened to the people, because at the end of the day, the people in that area have a right to be able to sleep well and don't feel no way in that respect.
And he's there to represent the people of the city.
Exactly.
You know, and that what the man do. They represent the people there, and they say no more extension, no more 4 o'clock morning party. Right now till 12 midnight. So see how you will adjust yourself.
So at the end of the day, he had to do a decision.
Yeah.
Should he go in favor of the late night entertainment party goers, or does he vote in favor of the residents of the Caribbean Shores area?
And he
because that is Caribbean Shores.
And he went with the residents. If we can remember that he contested that area as well.
Exactly.
You understand? We don't really know if he has the desire to contest again in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But that area still fall in the parameters of the city as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't just put it as one area because he contested that area. That is part of the city. So you make a decision. And I believe you don't write it, so I believe that is final, no? Because you say, Emmanuel, one time then people get extension. If they open Thursday, most of these places, like here in Orange Walk, we have nightclubs, we have license up until 3 o'clock in the morning. But what happened is, you pay a fee up until 12. But there's another fee, I believe it's like $3,000. When you pay your trade license for the year for $3,000, then you can open until 3 o'clock. But these places, all the places that Orange Walk are enclosed. So you don't have to pay extension every week, because each night you have to pay extension. So when they don't pay that 3,000, that's it for the year. Now if they want from 3 to 4, then they have to pay one extra hour. You go by hour, you know, by hour. So let's say these places in Belize City, they open on Thursday. I don't believe they go till after 12. Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is 4 days that you have to take out this extension for. If you're going after 12, right? Because your license are up until 12 o'clock. So imagine how much revenue they say the council are receiving that area, but like you rightly say that the man make a decision on the call and the concerns of the residents in that area.
Exactly so.
You know, and I believe that's okay, man. You know.
I believe so too.
And this also goes for BTL Park, you know.
Yes,
people
because
having functions in the BTL Park.
Yes, yes. Our bar isn't within the BTL
Our bar,
Park.
right there.
In there?
Right beside. Right in that area.
So, it's a tough decision because I guess that some of the council members were not in agreement with him.
Yeah, that's why I say I hope they don't have no kind of
You know what I mean? But
division.
But he stood his ground and he said, "Hey, ultimately, I am the mayor."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's why.
So as long as the decision is the one that, the decision addresses the current problem, the outcry of the people saying, we're tired of this pile of noise. We're tired. I got people, they blow horn and they make noise around my house. My baby can't sleep. You know how the story goes.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And if the baby wake up 2 times and say, oh, he wake up 10 times during the night, couldn't sleep, And if he doesn't sleep, I don't sleep either, and so forth and so forth. Hay que respetarlos, señores compañeros. Hay que respetar a la gente que vive en el área. Y no porque tú quieres tener tu pachanga, quiere decir que debes de mantener a toda la vecindad despierta.
But they are not stopping them from doing it to have up till midnight.
Exactly.
This one is in Espanol, Emmanuel. I think it's pertinent to the same topic that we're discussing.
Soy de Trial Farm de Orange City. Hay un bar que abrieron y según mis Rita solo tienen licencia hasta para la medianoche. pero es que viene miércoles, cierra hasta las 3 de la mañana. Y no es soundproof y donde era My Taste. Tengo vecinos donde hay niños y los hombres están orinando. Hay una persona que está en tratamiento psiquiátrico y necesita tranquilidad, pero el ruido no le hace descansar. ¿Qué se puede hacer? ¡Ahí vamos! Así que tenemos la situación aquí en Orange Walk. Entonces, ¿quién es la persona encargada de ir a decirle a esa gente, tu licencia es simplemente hasta medianoche? No puedes abrir luego de la medianoche. Me imagino que el chairman tiene la autoridad de ir a llamar a la policía y decir, este lugar me lo cierras. Porque no tiene licencia para hasta luego.
So open till 3 o'clock?
Es simple. El chairman tiene poder para hacerlo.
But also if the police go there and without no kind of complaint from the chairman and the police go there and
Thank you.
They say, no, man,
Thank
you
you.
don't have license for
do
operate.
you think that's going to happen?
Well, if this thing happened long time, we don't hear not about it, then probably.
What I would suggest is that the poor people, the area, lodge a complaint to the police and lodge a complaint, and together with the chairman, they go and say, tell you what, you need to be soundproofed.
Yep.
Thing done.
Yeah, you need to be soundproof. And
I don't know where that bar is. I just don't know. Maybe it's on the other side of Trail Farm, right?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. And then the thing is that when the people get license, if make them get an extension, it's say funny too, because I don't believe they pay the liquor license to the village council. I believe it's been paid to the town council or
No, the village council has to the village council needs to receive that money.
Okay, so but that money just don't pay or get a receipt. That goes with regulations, right? When you pay your money, go with regulations. Okay, this day of farm, you go operate until 12 o'clock at night. You know that Belmopan, that Sunday morning, don't sell no kind of liquor at Belmopan. Belmopan City, you can't go there Sunday in the morning and buy any kind of liquor. I don't know what time they start. Yes, man. I don't know what time they start to sell. But I remember at time we come for Flores and everybody want to buy a leave there. I say, sell beer on Sundays. We know we got restriction that no beer has to be sold or liquor should be sold on Sunday. But I don't really remember that what time when we gone.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
this
man.
comes as news to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still on, but it happened more than one occasion when we passed through Belmopan. But I don't know if it's still on, right?
Okay, I didn't know. I did not know.
But this situation with this barrier at Trial Farm, and since we know this, they happen at Trial Farm, Emmanuel, probably in some other villages, it probably they happen too. You know, so I third just passed.
Y sí, por eso es que hacemos mención de estos casos, porque si tú entonces relacionas con este caso, tienes todo el derecho de llamar y a mantenernos informados acerca de la situación en tu área. Y nosotros podemos pues darle apertura al caso y ayudar en el caso. Pero, como te digo, mucha gente simplemente se queda con la boca callada y no dice nada y se queja, pero no hace nada para solucionar el problema. Felicito a la persona que nos llamó y nos dio esta información, porque si quieren en este caso podemos hablar acerca de ello, identificar de que también en Trial Farm existe una situación similar.
But you see, Manuel, this person not only they say because the bar is open, but with these situations that is happening there, like from here down. You understand? It's not that only that the place open.
Exacto, que hay personas orinando afuera y que hay una persona que enferma que necesita descanso y que obviamente eso no ayuda a la situación.
Yeah. So, we got a call coming here, Emmanuel. Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chicky.
Good morning.
Morning, Raul, boy.
Hey,
Hi, Raul.
Boy, I'm glad you're up on the line, boy. Emmanuel Bex guy, you know, if you reach you, you might bring breakfast.
I hear you. Apologize. Next time, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Make it back.
I didn't hear you.
Manuel, brother, tell us about this big tournament coming up on Sunday.
Well, it's a one-day marathon. We do it to recognize, or it's in the name of the Allison Harrier Ling. Anybody who know basketball have heard about the Harrier.
That's right.
Right? So we give the man some recognition. So we're doing the one-day tournament in his honor. It's scheduled for Sunday, June 25th, at the Trial Farm Basketball Court. Registration for the teams start at 9, and we begin the games at 10. It's an open category, so no age restriction. $40 per team for register, and each team can have a maximum of 8 players. You know? The winner of the tournament gets $300 cash prize and a first place trophy, and the second place gets $200 and a trophy as well.
Okay. What's the condition of the court here in Trial Farm, Raul?
Well, it's pretty good. Recently, I don't know if you've seen pictures, we recently got it painted, so it looked pretty fresh and intriguing for getting on the court. I invite anybody who wants to come just to have some fun and for come out Sunday and enjoy it. But definitely some work has been done at the court to rehabilitate it. Paint and rims, nets are up. The lights are working perfect, so it's in really good condition right now.
How this thing will work with them? Do you have to have an established team, or you could just get your?
No. For the one-day tournament, there's no established team. You just show up during the registration time and register your team. The forms and the guidelines will be available out there at that time. You just go through them, fill out the form, and you submit your team.
Okay, is this only for the Trial Farm area?
No, it's for the entire. Actually, it's open. So I can even say that it's only for Renjoak. It's open. If a team from Kikaka wants to come, a team from Corozal, it's open.
Okay, so what's the initiative behind this, Raul?
Well, the initiative is that we did this similarly last year, and when I say we, I refer to Sugar City Hoops, no? Is basically we're trying to launch the summer programs, which would lead to the tournament, or the season as we call it. So this is like a startup, just to like teasers to get the basketball players active and try to get them organized into competition. So for this summer, we have this tournament this Sunday scheduled, and in honor of Mr. Harry Ling. And then next week, Sunday, we'll have another one, which would be at the Esports Center in honor of Mr. Floyd Sutherland.
Okay. Well, it's good to honor their people, and they're still here with us, Raul.
Yeah, well, that's what they say, no? Yeah. And then when they're still there.
Yeah. So you talk about summer programs and competition. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, like I said, this week and next week Sunday we have the one-day tournaments. Then we are preparing to have the season, which lasts about 3 to 4 months, and depending on the amount of teams that we get registered, and that should commence July 15th. Okay. That has 2 categories. That has a junior, which we call it 18 and under, and then we have an open category. So that's like a complete season.
And that will be spread out, or it will be at one location?
Primarily it would be at the East Sports Center, and then the alternative venue is at the complex. Considering that we might have rains on the days and so on, we do not like to reschedule, so we try to keep to the schedule. So instead of we postponing the games, we just relocate to a different venue.
Yeah. So explain to us a little bit, how will this tournament be done on Sunday? What's the time limit of the games, and how you are leading into the final?
Well, it would just depend. The format would depend on the amount of teams that we get registered, or teams that come out and register. If we would have more than 6 teams, then it would be a knockout format, meaning you play one game, and if you lose, you're out. The game itself is usually 15 minutes, 2 halves running time, so there's no time stoppage, and there's a 5-minute break in between the halves.
And then when you go into the final?
When you go into the final, it goes by seeding. So will be 1 and 4, or depends 1 and 6, 2 and 5, depends how you seed.
Okay.
That will be, but again, those will be knockout games. So if you lose, you're out. Only the winners continue advancing.
Yeah. So if we have 6 teams and we get ready to start at 10 o'clock, how long do you expect it to go if we get 6 teams?
It depends if they tie up. Sometimes they tie up with amount of wins. Then you have to have extra games. But regularly, I'd say between we get to the finals about 4 or 5 o'clock the evening.
Okay. All right, Raul, just go over it for us once again. It's in honor of Allison
Harry Ling.
All right, just go over it, the date, the time and place, and the logistics that's on the flyer.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's the Allison Harry Ling one-day tournament scheduled for Sunday, June 25th at the Trial Farm Basketball Court. Registration time for the teams begins at 9 a.m. And the games should start at 10 a.m. It's an open category. The total team cost is $40, 8 players per team, and the winner gets $300 cash plus a team trophy, and the second place gets $200 cash with a team trophy.
And we're talking basketball, right?
Basketball, yes, sir.
Yeah, well, Raul, man, thanks very much for taking out your very important time to share this with us. And next week, since you say you're planning a next one for next week, try to see if you can come in and so we can talk a little bit about it, right?
Will do.
All right, thank you very
much.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel.
Yeah. Hey, Manuel, we have 2 texts here that I want you read this one first, and then before you elaborate, then I read the next one.
Buenos días, necesitaba que se nos limpie el drain que está frente a la entrada de San Lorenzo Housing Site, porque viene la temporada de lluvia y el debris causa inundación, por favor, gracias. Se nos limpia el drain que está frente a la entrada de San Lorenzo Housing Site, porque viene, bueno, aquí estamos hablando de que es importante definir en qué lado está de San Lorenzo, si es que está en el lado del pueblo o está en el lado de la aldea, porque ya entonces la responsabilidad para la limpieza de ese drain ya es distinto. Si está en el lado del pueblo, pues es obviamente el town council que lo necesita hacer. Y si está en el lado de este lado, pues se supone que hay una autoridad aquí dentro en Trial Farm que debe de hacerlo. Ojalá.
But it's good that the message went through.
Yes.
And this is one of the one.
Here in Rock, we have the Gym Sports Bar. It is not soundproof. They close on the 4:30 on weekends. It is not soundproof.
Yep.
So, do we have a possible similar situation happening here in Range Rock? Are there any complaints against these places? Because everything is born out of the people's dissatisfaction. And if there are none, ahí se acabó la cosa.
You think people could reach to the point that said, ya está acostumbrado a este bulla, entonces no me afecta?
Mm-hmm. It's very possible.
But that doesn't mean that it's correct.
Yeah, but then they can't, the authority will not act on anything just like that.
I always remember Mr. Tillit say, if we don't have a report, we cannot act on nothing. Otro text aquí para mi buen amigo Emmanuel. Then tell you that what part of the area need for clean.
En el lado de Anna Gabriel's site, same side as the radio, I believe would be Trial Farm side. Thank you very much. Well, I'm hoping that the pertinent authorities are listening to us, that there is a need for cleaning the drains of the Trial Farm side.
But the
rainy season is upon us, and therefore they fear that flooding may occur. Compañeros, estamos hablando acerca de la necesidad de hacer limpieza de no solo esta área aquí, pero en muchas áreas aquí en Trial Farm. Y ojalá y las personas que se encargan de eso nos estén escuchando. Es obviamente la responsabilidad del concilio.
And it's good that this person reported before the rain, the Armstrong and the flood, and he called us right here, or called someone and said, please clean the area because it don't clog up. So since it's reported right now, this is the
There
time
is
for
time
it.
to
Right.
do it, to do the work.
Yeah, so the relevant authorities
Anticipadamente.
yeah, need to look into that and try clean it up, man. The sun is shine good today. Try get it clean up because we don't know what happening at the weekend. Emmanuel said the weather are good, but you know how it goes sometime. So, but I could try do it, man. I could try do it. I know everything take money or politics. All it takes is that effort in you to get out and do it. And I believe that so many people call about anything, Emmanuel. If you go out there, you ask the people for you and help. I believe that help too, you know, man.
Of course.
You know?
Because it's a benefit for all.
Yeah. But this thing with this soundproof thing where you gonna touch this morning, we have to touch that one next time because it's time for us to go. Somebody say we like on a show, but want to see a novella. What I like to explain to these people that the novella comes in on Univision, and sometimes Univision is not on. So it's not that we don't want to show the novella, but we get it from the feed from Univision. But sometimes the signal from Univision is not on, so we can't really pass it. Please explain to them in español eso, Emmanuel. Por
Pues
favor.
hay ciertas personas que se quejan muchas veces de que no pasamos la novela. En realidad no es por una decisión aquí interna de no pasarlo, simplemente que muchas veces la señal viniendo del satélite, esta novela se consigue de Univision y muchas veces la señal no se logra conseguir, no, por X razones, no sé, no se logra recibir y obviamente no se puede retransmitir. Así que no sé qué es la situación hoy. Me imagino de que tengo la esperanza de que sí se pueda hacer, pero si no sucede, pues ya saben la razón por qué. Porque tan pronto terminado este programa, la novela entra.
So when you say we have on our next channel, it's not because with the spite or we don't want to show the novella, it's that Univision is not coming in. So instead of we left the screen blank, we put on something, right? But as long as the signal is coming in, then we will definitely give you a novela.
Definitivamente. Como dije en español hace ratito, nada más reiterando la información de que si está la señal disponible, lo vamos a pasar.
Well, on that note, Emmanuel, it has been a pleasure being here with you the entire week. And not saying no more tolerate because it was so good to me this week. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, my brother. Everything was good and fine. I don't know if that the weather got there, so, but we me good. So I will ask you to take us home back.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you very much. He's my friend. He's my friend.
And you are my friend.
And yes. And I'd like to say thank you for tuning into our show. Thank you to all those faithful viewers throughout the length and breadth of this country of ours. Sometimes our discussion may be perceived as light discussion, but we try to limit ourselves to what people know, what people understand, and we try not to go into all the heavy stuff political stuff, because at the end of the day, we are not the official mouthpiece for anybody except what we view as current social situations here. And yes, we will talk openly about those.
Yeah, but talking about that, Emmanuel, next week, folks, we will have some very important and informative guests on the show.
Yes.
And we want you all to stay tuned. We are telling about them guests as soon as the week starts. We have got some very important issues, and we want you all to participate in these discussions, because afterwards, when I send more text, I say, no sabía que la persona estaba hablando, and yo quería preguntar eso. So when that happens, uno participate, man. Because it's very important issues we'll have next week, right?
Vamos a tener varios doctores la siguiente semana aquí. Bueno, compañeros, les doy las gracias a Rahim, a Morris, por el trabajo en los controles. A ustedes, muchas gracias. Chequi, muchas gracias a ti. Nos vemos. Hoy este show se repite hoy por la noche a las 9 y también estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto el lunes a las 7 de la mañana. Yo soy Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Checker Usher. If the good Lord so will, we'll be back on Monday, and this show will repeat tomorrow around 10 o'clock in the same station as well. And remember, we got a 10 to 12 show coming up. Today we'll be having a guest on the show. The man was singing the song, Two Monkey, they play pa one more tag. And
oh, really?
That's what we're having. Ben McCoy coming to Orange Walk today. I hope he make it because he resides now in Belmopan. And he will be coming to Orange Walk, and he has promised to come on the show. He's the same one that does the song, The War on Cancer. So we hope to have Ben McCoy today.
I can recall Ben McCoy from when I was living in Belize City.
Yeah, from the professionals. So on that note, pa, when I say so long.
Hasta luego, se cuidan mucho. Nos vemos el lunes.
Sugar City Morning Show.